And we are back for a rematch against the Gargoyle. Alright, so, let's get Erdrick's shield back. Spiked armor is doing okay. I guess we'll try it one more time with this thing. So again, like the oomph powder, the fact that most of these abilities only last for 3 rounds. If I oomph powder, I will almost certainly be losing out on a turn of, like, Wild Side or something like that, so... Or I will be trying to do that twice. I don't know, it's a little frustrating. Part of it is just, like, how short most of these buffs last. It's always been one of my complaints about these games. When you have multiple people, it's not that big of a deal, but when you only have one person, and buffing yourself means you're not healing or you're not attacking, you know, you're both not dealing damage and also not regaining hit points, it really becomes a question as to whether it's worth it, whether getting the more damage in, getting your hit points higher, is going to be worth it more. So I'm going to try Wild Side, though. I mean, the spiked armor is doing a good job here. I am going to oomph powder. And I am going to... Yeah, see, my my Wild Side is already about to run out. But if I Miracle Slash, I will get a lot of healing out of this. There we go. So Wild Side is worn off. If I spend a round, I'm using up some of my oomph. I don't think that's worth it. I am going to Demon Demeanor to try and get even more damage. Ouch. Well. 230. I guess that's not actually that much. Alright. Miracle Slash. Yeah, so... That's a good example of how buffing yourself really does eat into your ability to deal the damage or stay alive. So that's really why I think that Cop-Out is the most consistent ability. Now, I'm going to stick with the spiked armor so that I get a little bit of extra damage out when he misses me, or when my Cop-Out fails. I think that's still going to be better. Like, when you have one character, you really need the enemies to have a damage output that you can last for multiple rounds through. Thou shalt not escape. If any good round for the enemies means that you're dead, even from full hit points or close to full hit points, you can't do an alternating strategy of attack, heal, attack, heal, attack, heal, or attack, attack, heal, or something like that. Thou shalt not escape. Much better. Like, I do think that Dragon Quest I understood that. I don't know that this game does. At least not in Draconian Quest. Much better. Thou shalt not escape. Alright, well, he's down to yellow. Thou shalt not escape! If he gets down to red and I haven't taken any more damage, then I will try something else. Okay. Game heard me. I need to shut up. The game heard me. That's so rude. So rude. Alright. Make sure that I got that equipped. I didn't try attacker. Alright, let me do a few tests. So, Demon Demeanor. 111. Gust Slash. Is only 96. Falcon Slash. That's 106. Miracle Slash is undead. So Demon Demeanor does seem like it's the best so far. Miracle Slash is 105. Lightning Slash, 111. Okay, so Lightning Slash and Demon Demeanor seem pretty comparable. It's a little bit more expensive. He's almost certainly not undead, but we'll try it. 98, yeah. Dragon Slash, 93, yeah. Okay. Alright, so, well, attacker, and Crackle Slash I need to check as well. Just to see how they stack up damage-wise. And one of the nice things about having that rematch option right there is that you can do this kind of, like, real-time testing, and you're not forced to come back at another, like, hustle all the way through. Okay, 83, that is the weakest. Not today. The Crackle Slash. Okay, that's not a good test, because I got a crit out of that. Ow. Again, I got a crit out of that. I need a regular attack, please. 131. Okay, so that's the best. So Crackle Slash is the best there. Maybe we'll try some magic, see how those go. Just to kind of get a feel for what is the best damage output of our abilities. Attacker isn't as much damage, but if it does keep his attack low, then that might be pretty good. Alright, so what about Crack? $118, alright. But that's pretty expensive. How much is Crackle Slash? 10. Okay, so that's about the same as... That is the same as Demon Demeanor. No, it's not the same as Demon Demeanor. That's still the most effective. I'm pretty sure Kazap is going to do the most damage, but with 30 NP, that's a little expensive. Let's try Zapple. Okay, that's only 109. Well, there goes my spell casting. All right. If I double up attacker, how much is that going to reduce his attack power? Not by a whole lot. Not really by a whole lot. If I keep going with attacker, I don't think it increases that much. Yeah, he isn't affected there. No. So attacker doesn't really have that big of an effect there. That's one of my I think that's one of my complaints about the buffs in this new version of the game. I don't know when exactly it started, but it was after 8. And after most of the handheld versions, I think. Definitely it was in 9. Not 9, 11. Where you get a tier, and it doesn't really tell you how much your defense is increasing. The nice thing about Dragon Quest VIII is that it would pop up saying, you know, your defense increases by 53 or whatever. And because of the mathematics for most Dragon Quests, and I assume this one too, are fairly simplistic. They're not very complex. It is very easy to see exactly how much that's going to reduce your the damage coming your way. I'm not very good at remembering what the mechanics are, but they're pretty easy to figure out. I think it's like 1 point for every 4 defense or something like that. So, you know, if your defense goes up by 24, then you know that you're going to take 6 less damage. Roughly. You know, I'm pulling the numbers out of the air. You know that when you buff yourself, you know roughly how much that's going to affect, and you can keep buffing yourself to get more effect out of it. It can take a long time, and that's not always the best strategy, but you can keep buffing to get it up to a point where you're taking almost no damage from the enemies. You really have to keep the buffs up, and that can oftentimes mean you're not healing, but it's possible. All right, back onto Erdrick's shield again, and cop out. He always seems to miss on that first one. Or almost always. Wildside should let you choose 2 different actions. That would be a big help. It would, yeah. Because you don't always want to heal twice. Sometimes you want to attack. And when the enemies get to attack twice, they're doing 2 different things. And especially with a single character, it would be nice to get more attacks just naturally, more actions naturally. Much better. Dang it. He took 142 back, though. Well, I definitely can't try something different out of here. I mean, Wildside was so good in Dragon Quest III because with the multiple people, you would, like, you'd have one person wildsiding, and every time Wildside runs out, you wildside again, and they're just attacking. And you don't, you know, you do want multiple attacks out of that. And you have other people to heal. Well, but again, the problem with this is that any turn you take that Wildside is up is using up that, you know, Wildside, and you're getting closer to needing to Wildside again. So I think, like, one of the things that I would definitely have done in this is have all of your beneficial buffs that you cast on yourself is has like 2 extra rounds on it. If you did that, it would make most buffs so much more useful. It's not as bad to take a turn out to buff when you know that you've got like 4 rounds that you can make use of it. If you only are going to have 2 rounds that you can make use out of it, that's not great. It's really not that great.
shalt not escape.
Of course, all of this is to say, I don't know why they're not talking to me about how to design these games.
Thou shalt not escape.
Jesus.
Thou shalt not escape.
See, the other weird thing is that the fairy foil, it's doing kabuff, it's not doing buff.
Thou shalt not escape.
Again, there's one, you're one person. Why is it doing buff and not kabuff? Why is it doing kabuff and not buff? It's silly. I never liked that change where kabuff does one level for everyone and buff does 2 levels for one person. I don't like that. Alright, well, let's try it again with the other thing. Start out with fairy foil. That's not nice. That's not nice starting that off. So you can see that it's just one level there because it has just the one arrow up. It would have been nice if my heal went off after that, but whatever.
Thou shalt not escape.
Jesus. Yeah, we'll go with Miracle Slash here.
I shall rend thee asunder.
Okay, nice crit. Well, let's go ahead and more heal, because Wild Side is just about to run out. I mean, you can make a party in Dragon Quest III. Alright, let's Fairy Foil again. I mean, it does say significantly rather than just increases, but it only has the one arrow. Wild Side.
Thou shalt not escape.
More heal.
Much better.
Okay, 86, that's okay. Defense is about to run out. Let's go with Crackle Slash. Because that's a little bit more damage. Defense returned to normal. I'm going to do this again. Nice crit. Well, I'm dead. Alright, so like, again, I wasn't quite at full hit points, but I was pretty close, and he took me out in one round. Cop-out really is the most consistent method of defeating this guy, and it's not very consistent. But it is the most consistent and the safest. Like, it really does have the fewest routes of failure. It is really just get unlucky enough times. Like that.
Much better.
Like, if Cop-Out lasted 2 rounds,
Thou shalt not escape.
if Defending Champion lasted for 2 rounds, then
Much better.
they would be a lot more useful, I think. You know, you use defending champion, and that applies for that round, and then the next one, same thing with cop out. Then on the next round, you can either attack or heal or something like that, and it makes it a lot
Not today.
more strategic on what you want to do on that second round.
Thou shalt not escape.
Well, that's not good.
Thou shalt not escape.
111. Whoops. That would explain it. Not that that matters now.
Much better. Ha! Thou shalt not escape. Much better.
Just keep copping out.
Shalt not escape.
Nope. All right. I think that the spiked armor is not the best choice for using the cop-out strategy either, though. So, Erdrick's armor. It's nice that he allows you to take off one suit of armor and put on another one while you're right there. It's very nice of him. Very generous.
Much better. Much better.
It'd also be cool if you could, like, stack durations of something like cop-out. So you could wild side, cop-out, and then do other
Thou
things.
shalt not escape. Thou shalt not escape.
Am I bottlenecked? You mean, is this this is a fight that I have to go through, yes.
Much better.
I cannot progress further in the game if I don't get through this fight.
Much better. Not today. Thou shalt not escape.
And I could drop the difficulty back down to normal. And see how that goes. We haven't actually tried it on that. Yeah, I'm serious. Now, I'm not a big fan of the fight design of this game. No. It's not...
Thou shalt not escape.
not well thought out. Yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of people quitting the game here. All right, let's go back to the autosave. All right, Erdrick's armor, Erdrick's shield. Yeah, that's fine. I do have a second agility ring. That might actually be a good idea. Let's try that. Maybe we'll get off our attacks more consistently. And I'm going to set ourselves to normal. So Dragon Quest, we'll see how that goes. Because we tried I wanted to see what it was like on Draki Quest. Oops. But I didn't actually check this one. I mean, it's possible that they will make some tweaks. All right, so let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to try... oh, I took that... I didn't put that on. Okay, well, I guess I can't try that. That's fine. Nope. I was thinking about trying another strategy, but we'll just do the cop-out.
Thou shalt not escape.
So I didn't put those items in my inventory. So he's not doing as much damage to himself. That's one big difference.
Thou shalt not escape. Thou shalt not escape.
Honestly, if the main difference were that, like,
Much better.
if you increase the hit points and damage of enemies, but then also increase the XP you get, that wouldn't be too bad. Well, no healing for me.
Much better. Thou shalt not escape.
Okay, I can cast spells again. I'm going to try more heal. It did get off first, so that's good.
Not today.
And then you missed, so that's really lucky.
Much better.
Alright, he's down to yellow.
Much better.
Ow, my face. But I can actually take multiple hits of that.
Much better. Much better. Ha! Much better.
Yeah, I think that, like, the increased damage is really the kicker there.
Much better.
This isn't feeling as tense. You know what? Let's try something. Outside. Good. It's because double Kazap. 342. 418. Yeah. So it's really that extra damage output that he does, meaning that you can't take as many hits. It felt like he was missing more often this time, too. All right, 17,370 experience points, 5,630 gold coins. Kind of felt like a cop-out, though. I'm sorry. Phew, that was rather too close for comfort. It's almost as if you died about 1 billion times. Thou hast my thanks, Ald. Yeah, where were you, fairies? See, now, if the fairies had been there in the background casting healing spells on me, would have been better. Would have been more useful. Oop, sorry. Fairies? Whatever next? I accidentally hit the directional button, and I hate that that can advance text. I can't believe it's come this far already. Yeah, only an hour of trying, yeah. There's no time to explain quickly to the altar. No, there's an item over there. I need to go get the item. How dare. Rubus will wait. She can wait a moment. I can go. Let me go get the treasure chest. Don't tell me I have to walk all the way back up here.
Let us begin.
Okie dokie.
The time has come. The
Rest to
time
play
has
Scrabble?
come. Return to us, O Holy One.
She made a line that was very Torgo-like early on. I've seen Final Fantasy VI. Someone's going to get inseminated here. Better not take up my sigils. I better be able to keep these things. Not that they're super duper useful, but... Ah, someone cast dancing lights! I have the feeling that I'm going to lose the sigils. Yay! Dark Mist gone! I like that you can even see the door down there in at the base. Blinded by the light. She's in a very L.
I am Rubis, mother to the land of Alefgard.
Must have been a painful birth.
Almighty Rubis, we have awaited your return.
And I have awaited your call, beloved fairies. You did well to reach me in that place. Scion of Erdrick, that I was able to return is thanks to you. You have my gratitude.
Can I have a reward too?
But we must not grow complacent.
Oh, but I want to.
Though I have driven back the darkness for now, I have not rid the land of it entirely.
Well, what's even the point then?
Until such a time as its source, the Dragonlord, is defeated, Alefgard will not be safe.
Alright, I'll go off on another adventure.
Rubis, dragons were once our holy protectors. How did the Dragonlord come to be infected by the power of the night?
I know not, and I would return him to his true form if I could.
Oh!
But it may already be too late.
Oh! I think the Dragonlord...
Scion of Erdrick, the Dragonlord must be stopped ere the darkness spreads.
is the child of the
And
dragon
only
from
you,
3.
one born of the blood of heroes, might stop him.
Oh, was one of my mother's,
In order
an
to
Oceanid?
reach him, you will need 3 sacred objects. One of the rain, one of the sun, and one of the rain's bow.
Yeah, I have one already.
The last may only be gained by means of a certain holy talisman.
Yep.
Seek out that talisman. Gather the relics of rain and sun and journey to the shrine known as the Sanctum. There, all shall become clear.
Clear as mud.
Beloved fairies, you have suffered much.
we have. But we've made up our minds. We're not going to let it happen again.
We're going to help the hero.
Ooh, join me?
Then allow me to entrust to you part of my power, that you might aid him all the better.
Yeah, join my party. I want an elf party member. I mean, a fairy party member. What about entrusting me with some of your power?
I leave the fate of this world in your hands.
Now that's a real cop-out. She's taken some lessons from Lord British. I must go now. My planet needs me.
Don't worry. She's not gone. Just return to the land. She's part of it, you see.
Then why
I'm
does she have
sure
wings?
If she has any more messages for us, she'll let Princess Gwaelin know.
Why not just talk to me directly? Give me a cell phone.
Almighty Rubis herself, thou didst summon her unto us, and with the storied lyre of ire, no less.
I
The
did.
staff of rain is thine, bold hero, for thou didst return to us that which I asked, and I am a man of my word. Pray, visit me in my chambers.
All right, now that's just creepy, sir. That's getting creepy. All right. Can I get up on here on the dais? No. All right, fine. This tower used to belong to us fairies. We built it to worship Rubis, and we should use the power she's given us to protect it. I may have promised to help you out, but don't go thinking that means you can rest on your laurels. The second you do anything stupid, you won't see me for dust. So be careful. I never do anything stupid. Gather the 3 sacred treasures. Seek out the Staff of Rain. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this back on Draconian Quest. No treasures in here. Alright. So, what kind of power are you gonna bestow upon me, fairies? Hey, good news. We can get teleported down to the bottom like I thought we might. Ald opens a treasure chest. What? It's a mini-medal. Ald obtains a mini-medal. Whee! Gimme, gimme, gimme. I am he, collector of that most maximally magnificent and minuscule marvels, the very monarch of metals himself. Thou art come bearing yet more mini-medals? This is a miniature miracle indeed. Quickly, hand them to me. Very good, very good. Thou hast entrusted unto me a total of 35 medals thus far, good Ald. For delivering 35 medals unto me, may I present thee with thy reward, a meditation scroll. Ald receives a meditation scroll. I could have used this earlier. I have received a total of... I have received from thee a total of 35 medals thus far, good Ald. Should that number reach 37, a metal wing boomerang shall be thine. Go forth and seek the miniature treasures that do make me so maximally happy. Okay, I do still have the sigils. That's good. I was worried. I was worried. I never use these items, and I probably should have. Alright, Seed of Luck. 2 luck. Seed of Defense. 1 defense. Meditation Scroll. Ald learns meditation. Yay! I feel like I was going to do something else. Yes, I was. Elevating shoes. Go ahead and get some rest. any regular items? Just medicinal herbs. All right. Back to the Shrine of Rain. Alright, gimme. Long have we awaited the coming of one such as thee, brave Ald. I did conceal it by means of the herb known as Fading Jenny. Please open it, its contents are thine. But the Fading Jenny doesn't last forever, sir. Ald obtains the Staff of Rain. Now we can blame it on the rain. But who will stop the rain?
The Staff of Rain, it was entrusted to our care long ago. You've done well to keep it safe for so long.
Indeed I have, and now my duty done and the staff handed to the latest in the line of heroes, I am free to do as I please at last. I'm gonna go become a bunny girl. The Staff of Rain is the first of 3 sacred treasures. It representeth the bounty of the clouds. As Lady Rubus did inform thee, the last may only be gained by means of a certain talisman, the sacred amulet.
Oh, not Erdrick's token, or amulet or something like that.
The second is the sunstone, which representeth the light of the heavens, and by the glow emanating from thy satchel, I see that thou hast acquired it already.
Yeah, I'm just that good.
Then thou might focus thine efforts on the talisman. Wherever could it be?
Now it'll tell me.
Oh, 'tis I, Gwaelin. Just now I did sense the power of almighty Rubus. I mean, I sensed it a few moments ago, but I knew that you weren't picking up the Staff of Rain, so I decided to wait.
Blame It on the Rain was a common song on the radio when you first played this. I mean, Milli Vanilli was pretty popular until they, you know, the truth came out, shall we say.
It came from the south, yes, far to the south, beyond Cantlin and to the ends of the earth.
Okay, well now you have to come along. Just get your hubcap on your torso and come along. You know, you'll probably get hit. We'll have to teach you how to make gunpowder and blow open a lock, but it's fine. Hurry up.
She would have thee journey there. Take care, beloved. I know that, though we are far apart, my heart is ever thine. I think she must be talking about the Shrine of the Spirit. 'Tis where we fairies used to live. And it's where we kept the sacred amulet. Rubus gave it to the hero as proof of her trust, but then...
We were attacked. The boss stepped in and made sure we could all escape, but...
The shrine was swallowed up by the darkness, and the amulet sank to the bottom of a horrible poisonous swamp. But Rubus is back now, and the darkness is gone. Well, not gone, but driven back at least. I thought the Dragonlord would have got his filthy hands on the amulet a while back, but Rubus must be trying to tell you that it's still there.
I can't be sure, of course. But, well, there's only one way to find out if I'm right. You'll have to go and pay it a visit. I know, I know. The difference being that the people presented as Milli Vanilli were not actually the people who were Milli Vanilli. That was the big issue. They could have survived if it was just lip-syncing. Plenty of other artists have.
You have to do as Rubus says. You have to go and find the sacred amulet.
No, she's not my mother.
Actually she is.
The Shrine of the Spirit is in the southernmost part of Alefgard, right in the middle of a poisonous swamp. Okie dokie. Even though I've been there, I guess that's how they keep you from going there and getting it early. The Master wouldn't like it if you didn't go there. It's fair. It's fair. Let's see if we're going to have a new dungeon. They should toss us into a Final Fantasy I-esque marsh cave. Group of enemies appear. Alright. Swallowtail. Full heal? How dare you have full heal and I don't? Hey, I have other female voices. Blargle Blarg. I know. That's the best. It's not the best. Yay, no poison. A blue dragon appears. All right. Headsman's Axe. Hell, let's try this out. There is meditation. Centers the self in order to summon Oh my god. Okay. 20 MP. That is not the same meditation as Dragon Quest III. Holy cow. Good god. Good god. I was looking forward to a 5 MP heal. Ow. Well, let's try it out. 500. Ouch. Need you to stop that. I think maybe the two guys were unfairly overly hated for being the public face versus the people that hired them. Well, yeah. But, like, there's a big difference between, like, a singer who has sung the song choosing to lip sync it for, like, an appearance. Big difference between that and the two people, quote-unquote, singing the song are not even actually singers. 600 experience points, 117 gold coins. Aldrich is level 37. Alright, 12 hit points, 4 MP, 4 strength, 3 resilience, 7 agility, 5 stamina, 8 wisdom, and that is 5 luck. So, yeah, I'm extraordinarily disappointed in meditation now. I cannot adequately express my disappointment in meditation. It did. I'm not arguing that by any means. Big difference between the amount of MP it costs now and the amount of MP it cost before. How was that hidden? How was that hidden? I question this.
Oh, 'tis I, Gwaelin. I sense a holy power emanating from thy present location. And yet, I sense a great evil also. Take care, beloved. Take care.
Oh, no. Oops. I don't want to fast forward. Don't go up yet. Alt examines the ground at his feet. What? It's a mini-medal. Alt obtains a mini-medal. Alright, a great evil, she says. Well, I think I know what that's going to be. Where is... Oh, actually, Staff of... Okay, 16 attack. Yeah, alright. One of the 3 great treasures of the world, legend has it. The staff fell from the sky one day during a downpour. Let's peep it. Staff-type weapon. It can prevent a group of enemies from casting spells when used as an item in battle. Okay. No. Alright, what do we want to get rid of? Okay, I think those will be good enough. Alright, well, we do have an ad break coming. Sadly, I can't... Oh, you know what? Actually, what I can do. So now I can teleport. Back to the free healing of the fairy village. Prodigy has a stylistic dancer as a member of their band. There's a big difference between someone who is part of a performance, but everyone knows that they're part of the performance. Like, is that stylistic dancer supposed to be the lead singer, but they can't actually sing? If everyone knows that they're there to dance, then that's a big difference. Like, if they had the singers always standing in the back singing, and they had the 2 faces of Milli Vanilli up dancing, huge difference, because that's not lying. That would literally not be a lie. That would be that they have a presentation, you know? No, it doesn't discount the music, but it discounts the band. And if you like the band, the band's music, you can feel betrayed. 21,630 experience points to go up a level. Well, that's quite a bit. I mean, the music still gets played on, like, 80s stations and stuff like that. Alright, let's see if we can find out what nastiness we've... Oh, hi. Hi, how's it going? One more treasure here, huh? Of course. Of course. Of course. You might not have felt betrayed, but other people might have. Didn't actually mean to go down the stairs. Alright, well, let's see what it is. Oh, hi! Hi, buddy. You got a pair of interesting swords there. Armageddon. Alright. Oh, let's actually snooze the ad and see how bad it's going to be. Alright, we'll fairy foil. Thick fog envelops everything. Everyone is... Okay, that's... Because it's coming from an item, that still works. And because this comes from an item, from an ability, this should still work. Okay, 50 and 44. Not too bad. So the fact that he's actually doing multiple attacks is really a lot better for that. Okay.
Now, Undead Undoer. Ooh, nice. 199, alright. 152. Yeah, so this is actually a fight where defense is going to work out pretty well in our favor. Skeleton friend, yeah. Ow. He can do that. I don't like it. Alright, meditation. Now again, we're dealing with an enemy that's primarily a physical attacker. Kind of feel like cop-out is the way to go. Once again. Let's try a dodgy dance instead. Helm splitter, alright. Undead Undoer. Undead Undoer. Thick Fog, that's fine. That's not really going to do too much for me. Nice. Alright, Fairy Foil.
Thou shalt not escape!
Okay, Fog clears. Let's go ahead and dodgy dance again. Good.
Thou shalt not escape!
And I am going to reheal, I think.
Reheal!
Alright, what about Miracle Slash? Dang it. Oh, hey, I still got it. Good. So that's pretty good damage. Ow. So here's another weird thing, that because these are separate buffs rather than just increasing your defense straight up, I have the increase, you know, like my defense is increased and also decreased, and I don't know exactly how that works mechanically.
Not today!
Nice crit. Reheal wore off. Let's Fairy Foil.
Thou shalt not escape!
Okay, I'm not going to be able to reheal yet. Dodgy Dance wore off. I do want that back up. I don't think a Miracle Slash is as necessary here. We'll go with Undead Undoer. Fog clears. Alright. Undead Undoer. Dang it. Good. That's a miss. What about Kasiz? Let's see how much damage that does. 143. That's a lot more expensive, but it's not going to be affected by his... It's not going to be affected by his cop-out. He's healing a lot. I don't like that. What about Kazap? 181. Alright, so that's not that great. Let me try Focus Pocus for a bit. Is that going to remove that? No. Okay. Fairy Fairy foil.
Thou shalt not escape!
Okay, good. Dang it. Fog clears. Let's go ahead and a more heal. I'm a little bit worried about... Oh, good timing. I'm a little bit worried about MP right now. Yeah, and those are both going to run out. So we do have our ads about to start. All is paralyzed. Well, that's not good. Not wise on your part, sir. Alright, well that's just rude. Okay, defense. Dodgy dance.
Thou shalt not escape!
Meditation. Okay, I will get the healing off. But that's extremely expensive. Let's try just a regular attack. So we do have the ad break running, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I really should have waited until after the ad break to do this fight, but I was kind of expecting him to murder me faster.
Much better.
Good timing there. Nice crit. Yeah, like, I haven't even gotten him down to red yet. So I'm just a little bit worried about MP usage, which was why I'm trying not to use too many spells. Like, abilities to attack. Thick fog envelops everything.
Not today!
Yeah, Dodgy Dance is doing some good work here. Nice. I've gotten really lucky with that. Uh-oh. Ow, my face.
More heal!
Excellent. Some free extra hit points there. Howdy, Keith Ellery. How's it going? Let's get the fairy foil back up. Dodgy Dance has worn out. Dodgy Dance might actually be more effective here than getting defense. It also lasts longer.
Not today!
Nice crit. Let me see how we, okay, good. I want to see how it goes with not using the defense boosting. See, like, this attack is not as bad. It really is not as bad as the other one. I am very worried about my MP, but... Okay, thick fog envelops everything. And is kind of significant in terms of, the defense boost. But again, if I'm just not taking damage... that's just better. I hate how random his healing is. Like 13 to 70? That's ridiculous.
Much better.
Get Dodgy Dance back up again. How many hit points does this guy have? He's not even into yellow yet. I mean, admittedly, I'm not doing that much damage to him overall. But it's still kind of ridiculous. I'm going to run out of MP pretty soon, too. Well. Okay, dodged that at least. Alright, well, I actually do need to take a break soon, so I may just let him murder me. Oh, sword dance. Okay. He heard me. He heard me. So, unfortunately, we did just have an ad break, but I am going to step away, and we will try this again when I come back with some more water. I will be right back. For those watching on YouTube, we will be back for the next episode. For those watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere.